Sex in my boss's garage. Age gap breeding 14. Breeding erotica. Age gap erotica. Anal sex erotica. Written by Kimmy Welsh. Narrated by Kline. Sex in my boss's garage. Age gap breeding 14. Breeding erotica. Age gap erotica. Anal sex erotica. The garden of my boss Niall's new house is an absolute wreck. The previous owner had basically left it to ruin, and he'd invited me around to help out, with the promise of a healthy stipend. I came by at the weekend to help, which, at this point, mainly involved throwing stuff away and tearing things out. The finesse of the whole operation would have to come later. "Making progress?" I called down the garden, arriving in my denim shorts and plaid shirt. It was a hot, hot day, and I knew it would get hotter once we started working. It was one of the reasons why I'd deemed a bra surplus to requirements. Niall pressed his shovel into the ground and leaned against it. He'd already bore the brunt of the heat and was wearing only his shorts and boots. I'd never seen him like this before, but his muscled body was dappled with sweat, and the hair of his chest and stomach led down and continued beneath his waist. From the looks of things, he'd done away with his underwear, and I couldn't blame him, but damn did it make me feel weak at the knees.
"Doesn't feel like progress," he sighed.
"We'll get there." He smiled as I approached, and put a hand on my hip as he leaned in to kiss me. He smelled of aftershave mixed with fresh sweat. I had to confess, I found it mildly intoxicating. "Where do you want me?" I asked. Niall thought for a moment.
"On the wheelbarrow, or on the spade?"
he said, nodding to the turf that he was digging up. "Wheelbarrow," I answered.
"Good choice."
I walked the barrow down the side of his garage and to the front of the house, tossing its contents in the rented lugger that sat on his driveway. I felt the first bead of sweat slide down the side of my body. The afternoon went on like that for a while. I'd set the barrow down next to Niall, and while he filled it, I'd hack wildly at some of the overgrown bushes, pulling at the branches when the shears didn't quite do the trick.
"No need to kill yourself, Madeline,"
Niall said, looking up from his shovel. "Might as well give it everything," I laughed, gripping the branch in a gloved hand and pulling it hard. It came away and flashed across the front of my body as I tossed it to the side in one motion. Niall was staring, wide-eyed. "What?"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?